Hello, Business Essential students. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there today. I had a couple things I have to take care of over at the district office. I'll fill you in more. I may be gone again on Tuesday as well, so I'm going to give you enough information to cover these slides. If you are done with your website. If you're not done with your website, go ahead and finish that up. I'll actually give you a little bit of time today and tomorrow, and you can work on this on Wednesday if you so need to. But it's your choice. So with this, we're starting chapter 13 in marketing. And there's a few things I want you to do terminology-wise with the slides here, and then there's a couple assignments, and it's going to lead us to some other activities that we'll do in chapter 14 as well. So I'm going to run through this real quick and kind of give you an idea of what I want, and then I'll let you finish up some of the other things. So I've done the first two for you. So as we go, this is our title slide. Just had a little fun here with Derrick Rose in the background, a little Call of Duty font, and another just weird kind of font just to have some fun. So the second slide, this is all the terms that we're going to look at today, and this is just kind of the short list, just so you know what we're talking about. Market, marketing, relationship marketing, marketing mix, channel of distribution, direct distribution, indirect distribution, and break-even point. Okay, so these slides are going to work in conjunction with or along with a few documents that are in your community. If you go to your community in the Chapter 13 side tab, you'll find some PDFs in there that deal with sections 1 and 2. Those will help you complete the defined portions of these next few slides. So let's go to the next slide and show you what I'm talking about. The next slide is the first term in the list, which is market. And I defined it underneath as a group of customers who share common wants and needs. And then your instructions for this slide, and these usually go on the right, is to provide an example of both a group of customers with common wants and needs and the common want and need that they have using a visual representation, either with an image or a video from YouTube. So I chose to do a little bit of both. Golfers are going to be my market, or golf is going to be my market, and I put pictures of golfers, people who would enjoy buying things that are related to golf. And then I put a video in here also about Titleist, because they're a company that sells golf-related items. Yes, I'm using golf because I'm coaching it right now, so it seems kind of current and ready. So that's a market. So we're talking about, if we were talking about a more broad market, we'd probably be talking about athletes. I've gotten a little more specific by talking about golf in general. So the next thing, that's one slide. That's all you'd have to do on that slide. In fact, you can keep mine and move on to the next one if you want. The next one talks about marketing, or the actual action of doing marketing. That's why there are INGs in there. It gives it kind of an action feel. This is the process of creating, promoting, and presenting a product or service to meet wants and needs of consumers, whatever they may be, whatever their wants are. And so what I wanted you to do in this one was find an image of the marketing process and paste it to the right, which I have also done for you. This can also be found in your textbook in Chapter 13 if you wanted to see these same pieces of information. All right, so I'm not just randomly finding this online. It does tie directly to the 7 functions that can be found in your own textbook. These are also the 7 functions that we'll cover if you take marketing class, and we will get more in depth in those there. But this is going to give you a taste. So the next slide is relationship marketing, and this is where you get to start. Okay, so on your PDF in the 13.1 section, you'll find the definition to relationship marketing. You could also find this in your textbook if you want, but the PDF's a little easier to look at, and you can put them side by side if you really want to. What do I want you to do? I want you to describe what relationship marketing might look like on the right side of this slide. So in here, you're going to want to put in a text box. Just go to Insert, Text Box, draw yourself a little text box there, and you can type in it. All right. You might want to change the color of your font, which I'll do that for you right here just to show you. Font color's right there. Let's change it to blue just for fun. And then I'll leave it like that, and it should be saved like this, so you can make your changes and type your information in there. I also want you to tell me what kind of strategy might you use to build a relationship with your customers. So what actions, I'm looking for actions here that would help you build a relationship with your customers. What could you do? Give me some kind of example. You could base it off of your internet business that you just got done creating, your website, if you want to. I'm just looking for an example there. All right, so the next slide is marketing mix. Again, you're going to want to define it here, and then I've given you some instructions here, and you fill it in there, and I even I gave you some leads there to help you complete that exercise. So that's basically how the next few slides go. And when it gets to the red version is section 2. So you're going to want to switch over to the section 2 PDF that can be found in your Google community, and that will help you complete those exercises. So just think about that as you make your adjustment. I'm not going to go real in depth in these. You can read the instructions. I don't think I need to read them for you. And they're going to ask for a little bit more. It gets a little bit more in depth with these things, talking about demographics and target markets and market segmentation. But all of this information is going to help you when you get to the assignment. So let's talk about those real quick. Assignment number 1, you're going to use the following link to complete the first assignment involving Chapter 13. So I'm going to click on this just to show you what it looks like. It's going to pop up here in a minute. There we go. So you're going to put your answers on this. So I want you to go file, make a copy of this, and put your answers on this assignment. And I've given you a few products. It says, please answer the following questions on a separate document relative to the terminology in Chapter 13. The answers to these questions will set up your next activity. You just completed a website, which is a type of marketing all by itself, specifically geared toward online shoppers. But one thing we didn't get specific about was, who are we targeting online? Should we only target those people? Why would we target people online, among other strategies? In this assignment, we will aim to answer some of those questions. So here we go. This is an individual assignment. You are doing this on your own. You can post the link with the share option back into your slides just by copying this link and pasting the link back in, and rename it whatever this assignment is, which is Chapter 13 Marketing Assignment, with your name. All right? And that'll definitely allow you to get credit. So using one of the 3 products below this instruction, answer the next series of questions. So you've got 3 products here. You've got Wild Cherry Pepsi, you got cars, and you got the Air Jordans, it looks like, or maybe they're Air Force Ones with a little beat symbol even. Either way, using one of these 3 products, you're now going to answer these 3 series of questions. And they are a little bit more involved. And one of them asks you to use pages 219 and 220 to help you. Okay? There's even an example down here of a Wild Cherry Pepsi commercial to help you with promotion. But just use your instincts, use your marketing savvy to answer these questions. Okay? And it's all based on which one of those 3 items above that you chose. This is preparing you for the second assignment. Okay? So you're going to practice here to prepare for the next one. So, with that being said, let's look at the next assignment. In the next assignment, on the next slide, it's assignment 2, your choice. Again, you get a little bit of choice here. You have to watch one of the following, either the pitch episode with 1-800-Flowers or the pitch episode of Little Caesars. All right. And honestly, this little note right here where it says you may need to watch these videos together, that's true. You may need to use my computer. I'll have them pulled up because I don't know if these links are going to work for you. I think they're tied to my Gmail because I purchased them. So you may need to watch them through my computer on the projector. Okay. Now I know there are plenty of you in here that can watch this video and can get the projector set up. I'll make sure the cord and the cable's set up so you don't have to worry about that. But please, if you need to, and if other people are working on websites while you're watching the video, that's okay. You can do that. Don't let it limit yourself. Don't hold yourselves back. Just get to work and watch it. The other people can watch it again, or they can watch the other one if they want to do the other one instead. The instructions for this assignment after you watch the video are right down here. And you're actually going to come up with a pitch for me to, or for yourselves to advertise, which will take us to Chapter 14. Okay? So these are the instructions. There's going to be a marketing plan that I give you. I'll put a link in here for that in this where it says KCG plan form. I'll give you that in class. In fact, it's not a linked document. It is, well, I guess I have one. Never mind. I'll link it here and you guys can have access to it. I forgot I have one of those actually saved now. So you'll have that, and make sure you meet all of these requirements. And then as you watch the pitch, look how they sequence and put together their ideas. You're going to do the same thing. And ultimately, I'm going to choose one of you, or a group for each type. So I'm going to pick one to do Little Caesars. I'm going to pick one to do 1-800-Flowers. And the 2 that are picked, you're going to use everybody else. And everybody else is going to get to kind of jockey for position as to whose team they want to be on. And they're going to help you put together your ultimate advertisement. And we'll finish that, or we'll put it all together in chapter 14. We'll have to talk about a few things in chapter 14 before you finalize all that information and put together your finished product. But before you can do that, you have to build a plan and show me the potential of your pitch and what could happen for our business, or I'm going to assume the role of 1-800-Flowers and Little Caesars. Okay? So I hope that's enough information for now. It's a lot, but don't get overwhelmed. I promise you, you'll have enough time. I won't wear you out on this. I want you to have a lot of fun with it and just be willing to work together and enjoy the experience. Don't get caught up in too much politics or anything silly like that. Okay? Just have fun and embrace it and help each other out. All right, enjoy your day or your next 2 days, depending on how long I'm gone. It could be all 5 because my wife could have her baby. So be prepared for anything. I promise I'll keep in touch with you either through email or through the community. I'll let you guys know what's going on, and we'll go from there. I appreciate your efforts and your hard work. Please keep it up, and we'll see you soon, okay? All right, thank you for your time. This is Mr. Zimmer saying goodbye.